Ugh. Did not want to slide that far, dude. Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is going to be a tutorial on soloing the Bastion. In this video, I'm going to go over my experience while soloing the Bastion, the different options I use, the different loadouts, and what you definitely shouldn't do, and also what you should look out for before you attempt this as a solo raider. If you lose during this with the wrong loadout, you could lose big like me. I lost a $100,000 loadout, along with a legendary item, which I can't reproduce because I don't have a blueprint. So in this video, I'm going to go through a summary of how to do this with the lowest risk option, and also a few takeaways. So if you guys would, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll get into the substance of the video. Alright, so as far as the loadout, what kind of loadout do we need to solo this Bastion? I suggest using a light or medium weapon for a primary, specifically to take out other raiders or smaller arc. But also, if you remove the armor off the Bastion, you can utilize this at a later point. The secondary, you want to have a heavy ammo weapon. This is very good for armor penetration and is a very good backup option for the grenades we're going to be using. So the grenades, you must have 4 or 6 Trailblazer grenades. And also, I heard you can use blaze grenades on this, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to bring a couple of those as well if you're running out of funds. I suggest at least a medium shield, and also extra ammo, stims, 5 shield rechargers, 5 herbal bandages, and a couple smokes. And keep in mind, I did test using the hull cracker and also the deadline mine on this, and the grenade method I feel is less risk and more reward, and it's also a little faster because you're playing a little less games with the Bastion. Alright, so you should have already farmed the other items you need for this tier 3 gear bench. That includes 3 industrial batteries, 5 advanced electrical components, and now the Bastion cells, which we're going to get to. Alright, so we have our loadout built. Now the question is, where should we load into? What raid? So we have 4 different options. Here we go: Battleground, Spaceport, or Buried City, or Stella Montes. I chose Buried City, specifically the Marketing Ruins. This is a smaller map with more cover, and my lobbies are strictly PvE right now. I haven't been shot at for quite a while. It makes it so much easier to take this thing out, knowing that you're not going to get shot in the back after killing it and trying to loot it. But the other options are Dam Battlegrounds, east of water treatment control. This is a wide area with tons of concrete cover, which is very good for the Bastion. Spaceport, southwest of west/east hangar or near launch tower. Larger map, not my favorite. Stella Montes loading bay. This is a smaller map. There's a lot of cover, but I feel like there's more PvP activity here, so I would steer clear of that. Buried Ruins, in my opinion, is the best location to do this at. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and select the Buried City as our destination to go to. We're going to load into this. Keep in mind, you saw those deadlines and those wolf packs. Those are just as a backup, just in case this plan had failed, or maybe I needed to take out the Rocketeer when I needed to loot. Alright, now let's try to guess on where this Bastion is going to be located.
The other day. Nothing.
Once you're out of stamina, definitely pop those stims. You're going to want to get to the Bastion as soon as possible, because like I said, this is a hot commodity. People are always taking this thing out really quickly, so the faster you get over this thing, the better. And obviously, you're going to watch out for these other arc that are flying around. You really don't want to engage these guys, because it might put you in a bad situation when you're trying to hunt the Bastion. Until you get at least a little cover, then you can go ahead and engage them, take out these little spider guys, the ticks, all the flying guys before you start really going at it with the Bastion, because last thing you need is a Hornet to stun you, and you just get hosed by a Bastion and your raid's over. So we have 2 Trailblazers right now. We're trying to line up underneath the legs. You want to throw it slightly in front of them, whichever direction they're going, because it's got a little bit of delayed fuse. I think it's like 2 to 3 seconds. But as you can see here, we're going at it pretty hard with this Bastion, and it's not going to take long. This is very quick. There, as you can see, this thing's done. You can go ahead and loot, as long as you don't blow yourself up with a Trailblazer like I almost did there. And again, these are PvE lobbies. I kept it this way to make it easier to get this kind of mission done. Now we're going to want to clean up some of these extra arc that are following us around that could potentially harm us when we're looting this thing. Keep it listen out. And while I was looking for this thing, I had my ears open. Listen for the feet You can hear the feet, they're very distinct. Both the Bombarder and the Bastion both have the same kind of sound cues when it comes to it moving around on the Earth, or on this planet, of course. But yeah, don't be shy. Go into this thing, grab as much loot as you can. Even if it over encumbers you, just make sure that you're very cautious when you're traveling back, especially in PvP lobbies. I had a couple Bastion kills prior to this, so I really only needed one Bastion cell, but I took this out, so I was getting as many as I could. Of course, we have a Hornet coming up, and we know these guys are kind of a pain because they have that fully armored front fascia. So you just want to shoot those hind rotors off, the hind lifters, and that should send them to the ground. If this thing's lining you up, just try to swerve. You can outmaneuver them pretty easily, as long as you're listening to the audio cues and you're timing it properly. I believe there's another raider over here. I think he was trying to get at the Bastion, but I took it out too quickly. So again, I need these things. I want to get my gear pinch version 3. So now that we got this thing pretty much taken care of, most of the threats are gone. There's no Rocketeers to worry about. Let's go ahead and actually show you the new gear bench, or what it gives you, and why it's so important to get. Okay. Alright, so we were able to successfully exfil that raid without losing anything, which is great. We were over encumbered, which again isn't the biggest of deal in PvE lobbies, unless of course you're not watching your back and you have a bunch of arc roll up on you. Then you'll have to pop those smokes like I told you to pack. But yeah, the Mark III augments are awesome. These are kind of these aren't a necessity, but they are excellent, very important to have, especially if you're still running light shields. As you can see there, I was running a medium. The tier 3 Mark III augments are the only ones that allow you to do that, or even a heavy shield, which I haven't delved into yet. But again, these things are very important. It's completely worth your while to go out there and upgrade your benches to tier 3. If you're not, you're missing out on so much important items that you need to be able to do proper PvE or PvP type things. So if you guys would, if this was helpful for you or you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, give me a comment down below. Let me know your experience with solo Bastion hunting, or any kind of Bastion hunting that is, or any other kind of solo PvE experience that you guys have. Any kind of knowledge you want to drop into the comments as well to help the other viewers out. That would be awesome. It would be greatly appreciated by me. Again, I go through and review all the comments, and I try to reply to the majority of them, especially if you have some good content in there to reply to. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Also, I do stream this on Twitch and sometimes on YouTube. So if that's something you're interested in, go check out my Twitch link in the bottom. It should just be twitch.tv/GasKills. .GasKills. I have the link in the description of the video. Again, have a great day. Thank you.
It's nice. Stuff in there. Yeah, the Survivor is the one that's the best. Safekeeper's nice though.